Welcome to Happy Dinner, guys. Today we have a super simple and quick red wine stew with minced meat and veg of your choice. So the ingredients we're using today is the string beans. We have 2 to 3 stalks of celery. We're gonna go for fresh rosemary, oregano, and thyme. Then we have 500 grams of minced meat, a stock cube, 2 garlics, which is all I had left, 2 carrots chopped finely, and then we have 3 shallots, rice, and of course, not to forget, a bottle of wine. So this is all I had in my fridge, but you can always switch it up by putting whatever you want, paprika, courgette, or whatever you want. So here we are, just chopping everything very finely. I don't usually peel my carrots, but today I am. So I guess we all know that carrots are really great for eye health and for your eyes, but did you also know that they can balance your blood sugar, which is, great. And I'm just gonna put these aside now until we're gonna cook. For this dish, I like to chop everything extremely finely because it just matches better, but that's what I like to do. You obviously can do whatever you wanna do. Now I'm gonna grab about 2 to 3 stalks of celery, and I'm just gonna quickly cut them. Again, I kind of dice these in half to make them extra small. And by the way, these are already pre-washed. So I sometimes find celery to be too intense, so here I'm cutting it really finely. I prefer that in my dish, but again, you do you. And celery is great and high in fiber, super low in calories, but it's also really high in vitamin C, and it can ease bloating during menstruation. So that's a fun fact, to eat more celery. So now we're just gonna chuck everything in a bowl and save it for later. And once you've chopped these bad boys up, you can place them in a bowl and put them to the side. So I think my grandma will be mad at me that I'm not cutting them one by one, but this is the handy dandy, not so meticulous way of cutting string beans. I kind of just bunch them together and then just chop off the ends and chuck them in, because we're busy people and we don't have any time for that. Now we're going to proceed to put around 150 milliliters of already pre-boiled water, and then we'll put the stock cube in it and give it a wee little swirl. In you go, buddy. And please be more calm than me, because this is me aggressively stirring the shit out of the stock cube. Now we're taking all of our fresh herbs and I'm roughly chopping them. You can chop them as fine as you want. I love a little bit of bite in it, but you know what? Again, that's your business. Up to you. Do whatever you like. Once this is all chopped, we can then just get to cooking. So now I am cooking the beans my grandma's way until the water is boiled, and then about 10 minutes until they're a little bit al dente, and the rice also for a finger top above, let that sit, and then we're gonna go to our third pan. So I just chucked in a bunch of butter. If you're watching your weight, obviously do a little less, but I love butter and I love the taste of something that's extremely buttery. So here go my fresh herbs. And then you kind of let that simmer, and you can always put in the onions and garlic. Again, if I'm using shallots, but you can also use a white onion, a red onion, whatever you prefer. And again, I only had 2 cloves of garlic in the house because I need to do my groceries, but please, by all means, use more. I love garlic. I usually use minimal of like 3 to 4, and then just give it a good old stir. So as we're watching it be nice and sizzly like this, we can put in our 500 grams of minced meat. So listen, try to be careful where you buy your meat, because you don't want to be eating unhealthy store-bought meat that's not organic, that's not grass-fed and that's got a bunch of pesticides in it. So let's make sure that we're being healthy and staying healthy, and this is the best way we can go about it. And once your meat is kind of starting to look this color, you can go ahead and throw in your veggies. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this. Here are the veggies that we chopped earlier, going right in. Look at our beans boiling on the side as we give this a nice little stir. So again, it really doesn't matter what kind of veg you use. It's going to be good with anything like parsnip, paprika, tomato, courgette, literally whatever floats your boat. And then once we're ready and we've given it a good stir, we're going to go in with a nice generous swig. Whoops, I dropped on the counter. Clean that up later. A generous swig, and then our aggressively stirred bouillon, which is going in now, and then we're gonna kind of let this cook until the water evaporates a little bit and it's a little bit drier and not so liquid, because this looks like soup. But great soup, but it does look like soup. So as you can see, about 10 minutes later, it looks like this. The water's almost gone. We'll put some pepper in. This is actually Cameroonian pepper, fun fact, which is so intense and really great. And here's some salt. We'll put a pinch of salt in that. And then we'll go in and give it a final stir, and yeah, let it simmer for about 5 more minutes if you want it to be less liquidy. Here are the beans drained and well, and I like to put a pinch of salt on them. You can also put some chili pepper on them, that's also nice. And once this is done, we can start plating. So here is the plating. The rice. I love rice, so I'm just gonna go in with a double soup. Also, I'm very hungry. And the string beans. Gotta get your veg in. See, actually this dish has so much vegetables. You have and the string beans, and then you have all the vegetables that you decide to put into the meat that's simmering in the background. And then you do the meat. And there you have it. That's a great bowl of food right there. And then of course I said I wanted a glass of wine, so I will pour myself a nice glass of red wine. So happy dinner, guys, and enjoy!